players. Vatsilian Blue, take it away.
Thanks a lot, boys. It's time to play on Inferno to see if Winterfox on T's side will start to get out the A side by taking Porch, or is it going to be Obey Trifecta able to bring it to a third map? If not, Winterfox wins this series. Of course, inside jokes are always the best, but
you know, at least we have hair.
That's true. That's true.
At the end of the day, there's always that.
Blue, please take us through this pistol round with Winterfox starting off on T side.
All right, let's get right to it, guys. As we go directly into things now, we can see Winterfox already moving two of their players up banana now to try and take a little bit of control. Moving it slowly, though, after they get towards the end of it. So Bay have actually gone for a three-man stack, and they're expecting Winterfox to grow aggressively towards this. Not going to be committing to it just yet, but actually take a look at the apartments here as well. Obey taking up some interesting positioning. However, this could really suck for them if they just go directly through mid-choke point, as it's going to be very hard to get into positions to counter out the members of Winterfox if they get themselves into the A-bomb site, which is looking like it's going to be exactly what will have happen here.
Yeah, I think at this point, it's to play a retake for the CT side, because if they try to push towards CT spawn for Winterfox and move inside B, they are facing off against a stack for Obey Trifecta. Now they're moving inside A. The two guys in hallway are waiting for their teams. They're going to rotate out of B, but you still have Flowstick playing inside B halls or banana, and he's actually going to wait for them right now. He gets the first kill, but trades are coming through outside towards the A side as well. So it's going to be that nice pick by XP3 onto DSR to put them at a 1-man advantage, and it could have worked well. But Flowstick, the lurker, gives that information away for Winterfox.
And you can even see now with some of these players moving in, Slemmy has like no clue where these players are positioned at right now as he tries to work his way in. They actually don't take him down, and they find both Lex and XP3 on the way into this one. Finally, there's another kill being picked up by Desi, but Breezy tries to get sneaky in there as he moves back in, down to just one player to live. It's Slemmy, and Anger there gets the headshot to close it out. Winterfox starts off strong once again here on Inferno.
You're right, Blue. I mean, it was a great idea for Obey Trifecta to work that way, to try to play a retake, but at the same time, you're playing it so passively that you don't have an ounce of information on how you want to retake that site. Yeah, in a perfect world, if they actually got that kill on it to Flowstick, who was lurking back towards Banana Hallway, they have 5 guys moving inside the site maybe, but at the same time, they have no idea where the T's are positioning. Are they inside Graveyard? Are they double pitting? Are they play inside the site? And you saw it from Slemmy. He's doing 180s all across the place, trying to do 360 MLG no scopes, but it just didn't turn out in favor of.
It's a good place to do it, man.
Great place to do it.
We got Optic here, the sniper teams.
There you go. But
all the frag clips.
But they unfortunately they sucked on the retake.
Yeah, I mean, that round was like gone the second they let them take A-site for free, to be completely honest. Once they gave them, like I said, like you said, I should say, they played it super passively, so they gave Winterfox all this time to get to their post play. It's like impressive, but this was more of a mistake from Winterfox. It's impressive they move in there and still manage to take down 2 players, one of them being the one that's embedded in pit. However, at the end of the day, Winterfox are still, like I said before, too deeply embedded to really retake that site at the end of it, so they're going to be able to pick up the pistol round there, and now we see them immediately going for the SMGs. Not a lot of rifles on the second round. They're confident. They want to try to stack up some cash here.
Yeah, exactly. You want to build up that economy with the $600 a kill, except for that P90 in the hands of Anger. It's still default money for what you're doing there. A nice flash, gets the early dink onto DSR, so that's one position given away. No trades set up at the same time, though, so they lose 2, but they're going for sort of a high-low stacker at the entrance of Banana, so they trade that out, but Flowstick cannot connect with these kills. Meanwhile, we're still winning at middle. Nobody's really pushing out from mid at the same time from the CT side, so they're still winning on Flowstick to try to get these openers. Great job for him to drop out that MP7, preventing the CTs from picking up that gun, so they could reset and work as a team, take over the A site, and not worry about a rotation with a submachine gun picked up.
Abe's trying to be sneaky here, jumping around. They don't even realize he's in that smoke, so that's going to be a headshot right to the face of XP3. They trade it back out, and a good thing, too, because they would have lost the bomb there, but then Breezy lining up a perfect eagle shot there to take down Lex, finishing him off. Still 3 left alive for Obey, and they're moving together as a single unit back around the port side here. And at least for Flowstick, he's very low. That smoke as well, not necessarily in the best position. Not going to completely restrict it, but Flowstick, there's 1, there's 2. Traded out by Breezy again with that deagle. He's looking for the 3rd, needs to find Desi sitting back over there in Graveyard, but I don't think he's realized his position. Desi just has to time this right. Oh, he didn't even see him to the right. 4x3, scoring him over right now, but he's pushing in, and oh, Desi just barely connects the headshot there to finish it off. And again, Winterfox will be able to come up 2-0 now, by just a few HP on Desi.
I think he saw his foot, basically, the toe or the edge of the boot moving up towards the staircase. I said a boot. I know it almost sounds Canadian, but Canadian, I literally said a boot. It was the boot that they saw. Anyways.
Sounding like Sadakist over there.
But they actually did manage to get 4 kills, though, out of that, right? It would have been the curse of Winterfox starting off well and then losing 4 guns and losing actually the game, or should I say the round on an eco. But at the end of the day, they get the round. It's 2-0. With the amount of kills that they've had with the MP7 and also that P90, well, they're able to afford more rifles this time here. So you see them with Galils and AK-47s. Full save for a Bay Trifecta as well, with similar to what we see here on the pistol round. They do have a stack inside B. They're flashing over, but everybody's actually blinded trying to move out. So it's going to be Anger, headshotted by DSR, counter flash coming through, but Ape is still inside that sandbags, and they still have a great crossfire setup. So this could be huge. Again, they're doing the same thing, dropping the Galil on the other side, instead of really giving it to Lex, who's still lurking out towards middle, but they're just going to hold it for a bit, and it seems as though they're just going to try to stranglehold and overpower the B bomb site.
That was a big mistake there for Anger to actually repeat that and cause the first kill against them, because now he's given Obey all this time to re-rotate in. Winterfox are obviously going to get a little bit more timid now that they've lost a player. No one's checking new box, so in comes DSR. There's 2 kills easily going in their direction, and I don't think they still have realized that DSR is sitting over there. Desi just now picking it up.
He's going to have to ace to win this.
And also, again, no one just now picking up the upgrade. I don't think they fully realize he's come back as yet, so there's the first kill, and that final player down at 13 HP, but he's also very, very low down at 25. So he's going to try to sneak away from this. He has to take this duel because he doesn't have the bomb, but at the same time, DSR, he's also trying to outmaneuver Desi at this point, and I'm not entirely sure if Desi has realized that he shifted towards Banana over there. So looks like he's checking it now. He might actually go for the kill, but if he peeks too far, he has to be careful looking for it. Catches him on the relocation, and Desi's going to close it out again, clutching things, picking up the ace for Winterfox.
That's 2 rounds. They almost got eco'd. 2 rounds.
That's dangerous now because now they're going to get the guns in their hands and they immediately become that more powerful.
Yeah, because now they lost 2 Galils on that round. Look at their money situation. I mean, they're going to go for a buy for sure because it's going to be the first gun round for this matchup here. But they have nothing to work with in terms of full guns. Okay, maybe because they have a Galil, but they could have had so much more money there. They're going to be in that situation that if they actually lose this round against Obey Trifecta, they're reset again. It's going to be their curse of this minor. Winning 4 rounds in a row, and then, boom, that's it. You're reset.
We'll see if they can get to that 4th round first, as again, they're taking pretty much the same path that they have been in some of their previous rounds here now, just taking it nice and slow on Banana initially. Anger's going to be the one to forge his way forward again. He's going to check behind the sandbags. That's what screwed them over by quite a bit in the previous round there. Not going to find anything, and again, falls back as the rest of Winterfox now relocating themselves over here towards alternate middle, and probably just going to go for a direct push into the A site here in a few moments.
Yeah, they're going to wait for that smoke to dissipate, probably before executing with some smokes towards that pit side and also towards porch. So we might see them try to go for a wraparound, and there's really only DSR holding that area. So he's playing towards the archway. Here comes the smokes coming through. Looks like it's going to be more towards the archway. Yeah, they're actually going to push through that smoke. So DSR is going to connect, but cannot get the kill. Anger gets the first kill on the entry, but we still have no one on that balcony. Yes, no one is someone. He gets the first kill, gets some help from Breezy at the same time, takes down Full Stick, but at least we get the bomb plant for Winterfox. But they're low and they're not really set up for a post plant.
And we see Breezy there being able to pick up another kill, sitting inside of that pit position. They actually realize that Desi's sitting there, so he's going to get shut down. XP3 and no one trade some more kills out, but at the end of the day, that's a great hold from Obey. Bit of a mistake by Winterfox again as they force themselves onto the A bomb site, never even truly clear it out, and because of that, the retake is pretty simple from Obey, but we're not even going to see that 4th round this time from Winterfox. Obey get themselves onto the board in the first gun round, and that's going to keep this game a lot closer.
I guess the curse is as soon as you see a full gun round from both teams, they lose it and money's reset. Yep. I guess we could look at it this way. But we'll see if they're going to go for possibly a Tech 9 buy, but knowing Winterfox, if they're going to go for any pistols, it should be some Deagles, and they're going to go for the force buy. So they do still have a Deagle purchase for the ones that are broke. Flowstick with the P250, forcing out Anger with the Galil and 2 AK-47s. I'm not quite sure about this decision right now here, Blue.
We'll see how well it goes. I mean, again, I think they want to try to keep this lead as competitive as possible. And if they end up, the thing is, if they end up running out of cash right off the save, like T-side's like so much more forgiving, and it's so much easier to build yourself up to the point where you can buy rifles anyway. That like one save round after you force is not going to be as big of a deal as it is on the CT side. So,
and I guess at the same time, they could reset the money for the CTs as well.
We've also seen plenty of times already that Winterfox aren't really ones to be too conservative with their cash. They're pretty liberal with it, going for those Deagle buys on the CT side and whatnot. So this isn't too out of their own way to go for a force buy here. As we take a look again, it's pretty much that same exact thing that we've been seeing from Winterfox. Nice, slow play, hoping for some over-aggression from Obey, but they're not giving it to them here in the early part of the rounds. They're sticking back quite nicely. They were trying to do some interesting stuff in the early rounds, but for the most part, this is pretty basic CT stuff right now from Obey.
Yeah, but they're not really playing aggressively to get some information at middle as well, so they're going to slightly give that up. As soon as you come towards the archway, they're going to have to try to take down DSR, but DSR lines up too, trying to go for a third with that AK that he picked up with success. So that's 3 kills with a hat trick all around as they're pushing back inside B with the last 2 guys. So they did try to pinch inside this B bomb site, but Ape and Slemmy says, thou shall not pass.
And Ape arrived just in time for that one too. Slemmy almost got overwhelmed by those final 2 players, but thankfully the cavalry arrives, I guess you could say, just in time, and Ape is able to set up that very nice but very quickly set up crossfire there to shut it down. Winterfox, again, though, as we were talking about before, they're all out of cash. Everybody's actually pretty much even except for 1 player, and pretty much everybody's sitting at 1900 right now, so this is going to be an absolute full save. The only thing we're seeing bought this round is Desi picking up a P250.
Yeah, they lose this one here, they'll get $2,400, so they'll be perfectly fine for some sort of a low buy in this next round if they want to force it. Again, like you said, the economy system's a little bit easier on T side, so you kind of could afford it here. Crossfire set up inside the back room. Oh my
goodness!
Yep, 1, 2, and 3 quickly down, and a flawless victory coming in here from this A-hold of Obey Trifecta.
So this could be dangerous now for Winterfox, because this is what I've talked about before with some of the lesser teams like Leader 1. When things start to go badly, there's those mistakes that start to come in for a lot of these teams that normally you wouldn't see, and that's definitely a key mistake. There's not checking an angle that almost would certainly be checked by most players there. Nobody even looks inside of that bedroom, not even less so goes inside of it to check for a player sitting on top of the bed there. So that's an easy setup for those guys to grab. And although it's an eco still, that could be a bad omen for things to come.
So they do have some sort of this low buy because, of course, they're able to all get AK-47's full armor. They have smokes to execute if they want to move in, but they don't really have much flashes for the retake, or should I say pulse plan. But look at those picks at the beginning of the round.
Slemmy got wrecked through a smoke on a random spray. Kind of his own fault as he walks right into that, but there's Flowsick starting us off well, and DSR falls as well, so that can't be good for Obey here. Especially as it looks like they actually are trying to play things a little bit more aggressively now, and they're immediately punished for that. So this is just going to send them right back to square 1 on their CT tactics.
So you see it from this minimap. You do have Breezy inside the bedroom. You also see no one inside the pit, and Ape playing B by himself. So they do have still a good setup for the left side porch, but if they wrap and pinch towards B, Ape is in a lot of trouble.
And now, because they have caught a couple of these players, again, Winterfox playing it even slower now as they move themselves up, but it's going to be the full 5 push in towards the B site. It's got to be Ape that tries to hold things off. The Molly rolls in, does split up the players a little bit here, but he's actually not going to catch anyone as these guys initially start to move in, but good reposition coming out there from Ape, finding one, not necessarily expecting the second to come out there from Anger. So Anger is going to be able to find the trade there as he takes down Ape. But now these CTs are just now arriving here. They've been smoked completely off, even up to Truck at this point, so we can see Anger taking that aggressive positioning. Might end up being a bad thing as he's now down at 10 HP, but it actually looks like it's going to be enough to just force these players completely away from the site and onto a save.
Yeah, it was a nice try. I mean, Breezy playing inside that bedroom, as soon as he looked out towards that window balcony, saw the shoulder of one of the T's heading back towards Banana. So he's all right, they're going to execute towards Banana. Get ready, Ape. So Ape threw that molly, threw a little bit too late. 2 guys already made it through, tried to go for a flash to hold him back for a bit longer. But after he couldn't win that trade-off, the B side was open and easy for them to take. So, I mean, they did as much as they could with whatever was whatever they had available, but unfortunately timing was a little bit off. That gave more time for Winterfox to execute inside B. They're able to save a gun though out of this, or 2 guns, including a kill out of the exits here coming in against Winterfox. But overall, Winterfox regains the lead here with a 4-3 score, and playing 4-3 on T side so far out of 7, you're looking good.
Obey, however, the 3 rounds that they just picked up, they were very, very clean rounds for the most part, so they actually have plenty of cash left over, and they're going to have no trouble whatsoever going for a rebuy here now. This includes an op coming into the hands of DSR, which I don't believe we've actually seen as of yet in this match on either team. So
that's right.
This is going to be a first being brought into the picture here from DSR, and he's going to get aggressive with it too, hoping to catch somebody, and oh no, he's destroyed by Lex through the window just to the left of that little balcony over there towards the T side of alt middle, so that's going to completely destroy that. That op's on the ground now. Someone could run and pick that up, but already with 1 kill going towards the members of Winterfox, that might not be too inclined to happen here, just because of how passive these Obey players have been. And again, this has been a result of these players being punished when they try to play aggressively. Every time they try to move out for some aggressive play right now, they've been punished for the most part. Spade changed now though, as Slummy's been able to successfully push out Banana with some assistance from Ape and find the trade kill on a Flowsick.
Yeah, they're still not able to salvage that AWP left behind by DSR though, but at least it's reset in terms of rifles all across the board for both of these teams. I think we might have to change things around here with DSR. Should he still keep opping, or should he just start rifling with his team? Because so far, it hasn't been effective since the first map by having DSR use the AWP. And when he hit the rifle, he clutched a 3 versus 1 on T side.
We only really saw, like, that was that one round, and it wasn't even anything of consequence. It was a post round, and he was just trying to save it. Then he got 4 kills with that one. So you could even chalk that one up to Winterfox, just like, just kind of being passive about the whole situation there. So I think you're right in that he just needs to take over more of a rifling role. We haven't seen any impressive plays from him with that op as of yet. Yeah.
So not really any fakes being executed so far. With some information gathering from both sides. Speaking about Winterfox, up towards Banana and also towards middle. Spotting 2 guys inside B. They're trying to lurk and pinch inside the A-bomb site. But Breezy's waiting right inside there. Gets the first headshot. Enemy spotted onto the balcony. He gets his second one as well. He's looking for another one here at the porch side. And it's going to be Anger, who's the last man standing. 6 seconds left on the clock. He gets the kill. He has to go for the plant right now. He's going for the fake, though. Gets another kill right now, but there's no time left. He cannot get the plant. And 8 will possibly go for this chase, but
shouldn't have him.
He's going to be able to hide on time. Unfortunate there for Winterfox, but that resets the money back here in the hands of Winterfox.
That's that greedy play we keep seeing these NA players trying to make. They're like, oh, they've got to both be pushing me right now. I'm just gonna clutch this out and get a 1v2. That, like, in my mind, and again, I'm sure that there is a valid reason to this. If you manage to finish both of the players, it's great. You win the round. But on the hindsight of that, you could get the play and try to clutch it out anyway. And also, if you lose that, you still get the extra money for yourself and your teammates. Now you just lost the round, and you kind of made yourself look like a jerk in the process.
Yeah, and DSR now finally shutting me up, getting a nice pick there up at the A ramp with the AWP from middle. So at least he's not opting towards this Banana side to play aggressively towards Car. I guess what they're trying to do as well with the AWP is play it by spawns. If you have a good spawn towards Banana, try to go for that early pick. If you have a good spawn towards mid, which he definitely did, go for that pick towards that A ramp, or T ramp, sorry, and get the kill. Now they're pushing up. It's going to be a pistol save coming through for Winterfox, and Breezy's still going to work right now.
And for the final 2 here on Winterfox, trying to make the way around Rap side, but you can just see it there on the X-ray. They've got 2 players set up around this cross spray, so as they peek out here, as soon as they try to push forward over there towards Arches, immediately they're going to be shut down. DSR, though, could lose that op if he's not careful about this, so he's learned his lesson, though, and there we go. DSR takes enough of the attention away. No one's given time to rotate back over towards Porch, then both of them are shut down regardless. Obey now take the lead here on their CT side with the current scoreline of 5-4.
At least no one was there to help him out there, coming out towards that boiler side to be able to get those flank kills. So good communication and positioning there to say, okay, they're focusing me right now towards that motive side. They're not pushing up towards Archway. You could come out towards that boiler room and help us out. If actually he did lose that fight, speaking about no one, well, they could have come out with DSR with the AWP and also from Archway to set up the trade. Now we're going to have a force spike coming in from Winterfox. They say, no, XP3 doesn't give a damn. Comes up with the Tech 9, 1, 2, and 3. Let's move into B, get the bomb plant, and now we're free.
Look, now they all have rifles, too.
That's sick.
Why? That's a weird play. Obviously, not expecting them to have the Tech 9s, but they just go head first into a duel with Tech 9s, and both of them are running straight forward. Who's going to win that battle? The Tech 9s, especially if both of the CTs are moving with the rifles.
Yeah, so far these aggressive pushes towards that Banana side have not been paying off for a Trifecta, yet they're still trying to do it. And it's costing them a lot. Now they're forced to save the AWP and the M4 from Breezy and from DSR. But you're going to tie things up once again on a 5-5. You're going back and forth in terms of rounds, but at the end of the day, this is looking good for Winterfox.
Also, huge props on this round, too. That looks like a team effort, but it's XP3 that does like all the work there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Finding those Tech 9 kills. So that was a hugely clutch moment for him. Not just this, but he survives that encounter with 15 HP, and he's just gotten his team like a full rifle setup for free now.
Yeah.
The only player that's going to have to buy up anything, well, they're all going to have to buy utility, of course. That brings that a little bit, but Lex is the only player that now has to buy something full for himself, and he can easily get dropped a rifle from XP3, who's sitting at 5.4K.
Yeah, so Obey's going to be on this force buy, or should I say force up, as well as they have enough money. But this is actually another big round here. If Winterfox actually loses this, they're sort of reset. They get $1,400. They're going to be on the low buy, but again, they could do one of those crazy aggressive pushes with the Tech 9s and still win the round. But Obey Trifecta, if they lose this one here, they're possibly going to go on a save, as 2 of them are actually very low with Slemmy and No One at $100 and $250 respectively.
So Winterfox just go back to that nice slow hesitation, as it obviously worked out great for them in the previous round. Both managed to catch each other on a movement play back over here towards Banana, and worked out much better from Winterfox as they did of the Tech 9s in a duel versus moving M4s. But now, again for Obey, they keep trying this too, and this is like you have to respect them for continuing to try this offensive CT movement, but eventually they're going to have to learn that this is just not working, because they keep trying it. It's been mildly successful, more towards the A site when they try to push things like the mid choke point and whatnot, but almost every single time they try to get aggressive back over here on Banana, like pushing Car and whatnot, they've just failed outright. So they just need to hold back now, let Winterfox come to them.
Well, this is where we see that timer comes into play, and this time they're actually not going to say, let's just push through, go and wait for the smoke to dissipate. They're just going to push through, but at the same time, they had no idea that it was flamed towards the floor, so Slimmy and Ape, Brazilian and Barbecue, digging 2 down. Anger and Desi both fall down, and that's actually, they got cooked up like pork.
God damn it.
4-on-2 situation, 5-5 is our score. They're still trying to move inside this B-bomb site. Flowsick going for the fake plant, spots the opponent, trying to take down Slimmy with success. Still a lot of time to work with though. They're working together. Now they're lined up for the trade at least. Now it's a 2 versus 1, 15 seconds left. XP3 has to move in quickly. Because of that, he's given away his position and DSR is just waiting inside water. Spot it. Spray does not work, and DSR wins it with the 5-7.
He's able to go down though, so again, he's going to get the lost one. He's going to get the lost money for that. Could have been looking at a much worse situation if, again, technically speaking, with their base positioning there, they could have just held back, waited for the timer to expire, and then just take him down and
definitely
really screw them over money-wise. But he's able to get aggressive enough to force his own death, and that keeps the economy stable to a certain degree for the time being on Winterfox.
Yeah, so at a certain point, it is actually a smarter move for XP3 to have done that. So 6-5 is our score, but again, we've talked about that. They could go on this force buy one more time. This time it's going to be Lex with the Tech 9, and they're still going to have people move in aggressively, and Ape is actually, okay, he does still have support from Slemmy. The pop flash coming through, and Slemmy does not get enough information. He's just going to cover it up with that smoke, and I think, again, we were talking about it. They decide to not wait for that smoke to dissipate that round before and just run through. 2 mollies are on the ground, or incendiary grenades from the CT side, and 2 of them burnt to death. I think they should have waited a bit.
But Flowsick with the entry power again, man. Catching just a little bit of a glimpse from Slemmy there as he sprays through that. And is able to catch him, take him down. And now that's really going to scare Obey, because, like, this is just Flowsick punishing them. That's not even, you wouldn't even really consider that an aggressive position for the CTs. That's just, like, moves out of the comfort zone a little bit. It's like, hello! Smacks him back down to earth. Takes him down. Now they're going to try to come in, but this hold's been pretty good so far. So as we take a look at it, Breezy picking up 2. No one finding 2 for himself as well. And XP3, the final player alive, they don't grab anything else besides that frag on a Slemmy. Huge shutdown there in the cross bay for both No One and Breezy.
So I think at this point, the weakest spot that they should have is against DSR up at middle, playing towards the archway side. Because as soon as they make it across towards sports side, or they're able to wrap around, Breezy's dropping 1, dropping 2. Look at him, he's at 15, 2, and 7. Actually almost doubling the score of the second guy behind him, which are both tied here. It's going to be No One and DSR, both at 9, and Ape and Slemmy at 8. But they're doing such a great job now. DSR getting a nice pick at mid as Winterfox are forced on a save with P250s finally. But they have to try to get something done. Utilizing the quote-unquote weakness of DSR on the archway side and find some way to shut down that defense of Breezy and No One with the way that they're trading things out.
Now they start to push in here for the side of Winterfox. As these players move themselves in towards it, Breezy picking up that first kill in Anger. Desi trading it back over, but for the most part here, it's Obey holding things strong, taking down Flowsick and Lex. Now just leaving Desi alive, way back over there in alt middle, unfortunately. Not even near the combat zone, and he should be pretty easily handled by basically anyone that runs into him.
Yeah, if he gets lucky, though, isn't able to pick up a gun here. No one's actually going to peek out, giving away his position. Good bait, though. He's going to fall back. He's going to get pinched in from Boiler's side. And headshotted by Slemmy, so no luck on his side. And Obey Trifecta finally getting 3 rounds in a row. Building up the economy for the last 2 rounds right now. And I think at this position, they will be safe to buy for the last 2 rounds and full buy for the last 2 rounds. So it's really up to Winterfox to try to get something done, but they bought until basically nothing left. So this is a crucial round for them right now. If not, we'll see most likely a 10-5 for Obey Trifecta.
The dangerous thing is going to be Winterfox and how they play their CT side, because we've seen many games in the past where, again, so long as Obey play a quick enough strategy about their takes, if they move into the B side and are able to get control fast enough, then Winterfox could be forced into this like endless cycle of saving just because they don't get the intel enough that the take is actually coming towards the specific site, and they're cut off completely, which happens so much on this map. Winterfox have run into that issue with so many times in online matches, and I fear it could be a problem here. And picking up only, you know, somewhere between 5 or 6 rounds here now towards the end of this could become a problem for them. However, could be up at 7 if they can grab this one and the next one as well. Lex will find the opener on a Breezy. Yeah,
Great opening there with a pop flash towards porch side. Lots of smokes towards mid as well. We're spamming from both sides, but nobody's really lucky this time. So at least they come out with a 1-man advantage for Winterfox. They're going to try to reset things back. They force a rotation towards the A-bomb side as well. Can now this number 7 player XP3 get an opening against Ape? But no. So they fall back to a 2-2 situation on defense for the CT side, even focusing more on rotation on B as well. So the port side is actually open for Winterfox, but looking at it so far, Lex is lurking around, connects onto Slemmy, but they're still going to commit towards his B bomb site. Lex is going to have to play the lurker and try to pinch across and wait to see if no one's going to do this, catch no one off guard.
There's DSR again doing that work with the up, picking up 2 this time. XP3 and Flosick both going down. They dropped a 3rd onto Anger as well, and now it's just Desi and Lex trying to find a way to move in. Lex is at 5 HP. There's 20 seconds left on the clock. DSR is going to catch these players as soon as they come outside the smoke, but Desi actually finds a blind spot here. He's able to grab 8. Now he's up close, but he gets the double on a Desi and Lex, shutting them both down. And there's Obey up at 9 rounds, looking to end this half hugely in their favor.
Ooh. DSR shutting me up.
You gotta take your words back, man.
Oh yeah, I just said it. He shut me up good. That was a nice no scope, 2 lineup, saving that round inside the B site. It's 9-5. Winterfox has no money to work with in this last round here, but wow, what a great hold there from the opper of Obey Trifecta, preventing them from moving inside B. But you see it, playing it more passively works, but look how confident he is right now, getting another kill with the AWP, making it a 1-minute advantage with 10 seconds only into the round. They are looking good here to move on into the second half in terms of morale. Hopefully they can keep it up with how things are going.
That's like the 3rd or 4th time that's happened now, to be completely honest. And look at this, just the crossfire setup they have in the apartments. This is brilliant. XP3 does finally manage to shut down DSR as they find their way through the mid-choke point. Tosses that gun over to XP3, but now they're down to a 2 versus 4, and they're pinched at the moment. They're stuck in between a rock and a hard place here. They've got control of the wrap side of the A site, but there's players still embedded deep in there. They've got a player in alt middle right now, and they've got more on the rotation coming in either through arches or library. Yeah,
at least this time they have dropped the offer. DSR, XP3 is going to pick it up. Now can they get an opening? They're going to have to count on the offer of Winterfox's side to try to get something done here inside A. But as soon as that smoke dissipates, Ape is moving through. XP3 is the last man standing. Ape gets the double kill. We're ending the first half 10-5 with a great display of opping with DSR on that 14th round.
Honestly, that's like really, really dangerous now for Winterfox. I mentioned it like very slightly before, but we can bring this up now that we're actually at halftime here, is that for Winterfox, again, we saw the CT side wasn't necessarily as strong as it should have been back over on Mirage. And this overall, when it comes to the, what in my opinion is a lot weaker of a communication game for Winterfox, could be problematic on a map like Inferno because of the fact that if you have an aggressive enough T-sided strategy, you can cut off the site completely for rotations before they even get the call up there, and then it just forces these saves. I don't think it was Winterfox, but there's another team, I think it was Enemy actually, that was playing a match in the Pro League recently, where there was like literally like 5 or 6 saves in a row on the CT-sided map, simply because they had no other choice. They simply just couldn't get the intel fast enough that the takes were coming to specific sites.
I think an interesting point that we could see right now on this first half as well was that they basically only planted the bomb successfully twice for this terrorist team when Winterfox took over T-side. Every other round they were shut down by any type of holds inside B, any type of holds inside A. So the stronghold was amazing for Obey Trifecta on the CT side. Now probably Launders inside the green room is like, guys, I told you. Obey Trifecta is going to win
He feels
this.
good about that now. He's like,
oh, yeah.
he was shaking. He was like, all right, maybe I was wrong. Maybe they're not doing too good.
Don't worry about it.
It's just 10-5 them. We're good.
My new name is now actually Lauders. It's actually spelt that way now.
Keep in mind, though, however, that if this does end up going the normal way we expect Inferno to go, this is still sort of part of the course. CT's picking up 10 rounds. T's managing to pick up 5 of their own rounds on the T side. It's actually not too bad of a T-sided half. However, when it comes to North American matches, quite often you see the T side being favored. So it is not necessarily the normal match when it comes to North American.
It is Winterfox's map, though. Ooh, Desi instantly goosh at the car of Banana, as they have now switched side with Winterfox on the CT, composed of Desi, XP3, Anger, Bullsick, and Lex. While for Obey Trifecta, we have Breezy, No One, Slemmy, Ape, and DSR. With that first insta-goosh that came through, at least they haven't lost Slemmy, but that resets how they want to play this aggressive B side, and also gives a better advantage for Trifecta, because now that Desi's low, he's going to be afraid to re-peek, so they have a little bit more room to work with for Obey Trifecta to take a map control.
Everybody's pushing up middle right now, and it's going to be a big explosion play coming through that mid-choke point. XP3 spots some of this. I'm not exactly sure how many players he saw, but he's going to catch this aggression now. He knows they're coming, trying to find those headshots, but can't lock on to any of them just as of yet. Now they're going to overwhelm. He didn't fall far enough back there, but Flosick lining some of them up, picking up 2 headshots there, and a Breezy No One. Lex picking up an additional kill as well. Flosick finds a 3rd before he's gooshed down there by Slemmy. Now Slemmy trying to hold that position on the truck. Does manage to find Lex, but he's got to get up in his face. He doesn't want to challenge him. He's waiting for the rotation assistance, moves in, finds the kill, but now he's alone. This is going to be the standoff point for him. try to hold a 1 versus 2, but Winterfox doesn't look like they're going to challenge him just as of yet.
No, the bomb is down towards port side. I don't think they spotted it at the same time, though, so they're just going to wait to hear that click off and timer inside the site. Unless he's going for this peek, Anger has the better angle, gets the headshot, and the pistol round is won by Winterfox. And that was close, because that insta-goose started off. Good advantage for Obey Trifecta to start things off. XP3 didn't connect a single P250 or P2K shot from the archway side, from the T's moving up towards this this archway side. But at least they had one in the graveyard, one inside the pit for this high-low kind of crossfire for Winterfox. With Flosick and Lex going to work, we're able to hold this off long enough.
And Flosick, again, man, doing the work there, the majority of it. Just lined up those kills, gets the 3K before he's finally dropped. So after that starting off a little bit rocky, he's a big part of the reason why they were able to bring that pistol round back into their control. But of course, they're able to get the investments, actually leaning heavily towards, obviously they got the two P90s. We'll see how this pays off now. 3 kills to 1, even apologies, a team kill coming out there.
Unfortunate.
Third full kill for Winterfox does eventually come in there. As Slemmy's going to get taken down, and now it's just unknown. He did manage to take down XP3, using that SMG right now, but in a moment here, he'll be overwhelmed. Can't even figure out where the shots are coming from as Flosick takes him down.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great start, because that pop flash that came from the mid all the way up to CT mid side, that totally blinded XP3. XP3 wasted every single bullet of his MP7 and didn't get a single kill. They got the kill against him, but they got flanked from behind on the crossfire setup from Boiler side, and it was actually a better hold on the other side with the aim punches, because you're going submachine guns. It was actually a full save from Obey Trifecta at the same time. This time here, they're going with armor for those that actually were able to invest into small armors, P250 upgrades for all across the board for Obey Trifecta, because again, they didn't get a bomb plant on the first or second round of the second half.
So Bay onto another save here, and this one not going to be seeing too much coming up from these guys, just the P250s. Got a couple smokes, so they can hopefully cause some confusion when they go for their take, which it looks like it's just going to be coming directly in towards that A site. They've got a couple players moving through the mid-choke point, but for the most part, they're going to go for the waterfall play outside of the apartments here. Desi actually gets overwhelmed there, only able to pick up 1. Can't transfer the spray very well. Another kill coming out there from Ape as well, but Winterfox so far have been able to trade this out evenly. Leaves it down to a 3 versus 3, but XP3 has to peel off the site now. Because again, 3 players shooting at him around the corner is going to be a little bit dangerous, especially at range. There's XP3 picking up another kill, traded out again. Now Flosick, though, has a superior angle, and Ape down at 10 HP.
Oh, you're scared.
Rip Ape, he's got to climb out of the fire pit. Don't touch the lava.
How is he not dead?
How is he not dead? Flosick is going to push him.
That's what Flosick is saying. Mollied right inside that corner, looking for the headshot with the P250, but they're scared.
This is a bit comical, to be honest.
Scared.
I mean, this is smart, because again, they don't want to lose the gun.
Yeah.
They lost 3 players already at that point, but still, just go for it, man. He's got a P250. What are you doing?
Actually, he also picked up a P90 at the same time, so if they actually took that passive play for the last 2 CT guys inside the site and gave Ape actually the chance to reload that P90, that could have changed things around there for that half. But at the same time, they kept Ape guessing. Are they going to peek me? Are they not going to peek me? So they forced him out, thinking that they're coming to play on the close angle to try to pick him off. So they forced him out actually quite well for Winterfox at the end of the day. Especially with the bomb being down for them inside the A site, they didn't need to commit to it.
So now we see the guns getting into the hands of the members of Obey. Again, they're running thin on chances here to keep their lead strong, as Winterfox is coming back in a pretty dominating fashion here at this point as well. The one thing they don't have, and again, this was a problem back in the last map too, is a stable economy just as of yet. So still, just if they pick up this gun round, then that should cause... I'm going to assume they'll force at least once for Winterfox. Like we said before, they've been very liberal with their force buys, basically going for it whenever they have the chance to. So I imagine they would go for that at least once, but after that, they're going to be able to save again.
Well, we're just looking for some information at the beginning of this round with Ape moving up towards Banana, but saw nothing there. Default things going on for the CT side. 2 guys inside B. Crossfire set up from porch side and from Boiler. Or Boiler, should I say, and Archway. And it's going to be XP3 and Lex getting those 2 kills for the CT side, while we have XP3 falling for them in the hands of Obey Trifecta. Counter flashes, counter smoke as well. Everybody's stuck up mid. So this is not looking good at all for Obey, as they're trending back and forth on porch side, but still a 1-minute advantage coming in for Winterfox.
Lex only able to grab 1 from that position, where he really should have been able to transfer the spray and grab the second one, so that's a bit unfortunate. And then this combined with DSR, now grabbing the free kill on the Flosick. That's even it back out, and 30 seconds left. They are going to try to rotate to the B site. However, this has been spotted way in advance by Winterfox, so they're going to move in, try to stop these players. No smoke coming in towards CT, so Anger, he's lined up for this correction. Now they throw the smoke in. There is that spray coming in. Unfortunately, the timing on it a little bit too early, so it's not going to connect on the players, and they'll be able to get this plant. So Winterfox now playing the retake duty.
Well, from that spray, they know that one's inside the water and one is planted inside the site, so position is also given away. The only advantage is that where has that bomb planter gone? And
Wow.
it's just in the front of those barrels, and he gets the kill on both Anger and Desi.
That's the grinder right there, man. Just walk right into it.
Oh, yeah. That is good.
So that's going to shut them down pretty nicely, and now they keep that lead going for a little bit longer here. And as we were saying before, Winterfox, money wasn't really necessarily in the best spot. And I actually correct myself, they're not going to go for a buy right here in this round. They're just going to keep it nice and passive here. Not even investing for the Deagles either, on most of these players anyway, which was something we saw quite a bit of previously in their set versus Optic. Just going to go for mainly some 5-7s here. Anger does invest in a Deagle, and the other two will go for P250 buys.
Mulling out towards the sandbags just to try to clear it out, but they now notice, oh, that big
Ooh,
nade,
that
though.
sucks.
Right at the entrance of Banana, Anger and Flowsick both at 19 and 9 respectively. Forced the fallback inside the site, but huge weakness and now open. That, you know what, Obey Trifecta so far are unaware of, so it's not so bad for Winterfox. And no information really was given away because they never really peeked out, so they don't know how many players are in there, and they don't know if actually that nade connected in the first place.
Once they move into the site, though, the big problem ultimately is that like both these players are one-tappable for the most part. So
Yes.
it's going to be pretty easy to clear at that B-bomb side, and it doesn't look like anybody on Winterfox has actually rotated over to support it. And also this peek here from Lex is going to be caught by no one. He's shut down. Now going to rotate over to assist, and they're about to just roll into this B site. And with no other support, having started to rotate over from that A-bomb site as of yet, this is probably going to be a very simple take for the members of Obey, unless these Deagle shots connect head-on, which doesn't look like they are.
Yeah. We'll see they make it through a dink coming across as well, but Flowsick now trying to stay alive inside this fountain, swimming with the fishes this time, though, as he gets picked off by DSR with the Mag-10. So Desi looking for exits on a 5 versus 1. Bomb is planted at the default spot, and he's going to look for these at the banana side, but I think smarter move for Obey Trifecta, having the healthier guys to try to look back towards that flank first, and they're all moving as a team towards the CT spawn, so a great round for them to start this off against the Eco. It's going to be 12-8 in favor of Obey Trifecta. So Winterfox winning this first map against a map chosen by Obey Trifecta. Now Obey Trifecta is looking good on Winterfox's map.
That's a great read on the situation there, too. Again, some people would have assumed that you still would have had Desi just not getting the note on the rotation, and he either would have been hanging out towards CT or back over towards the A site. Now, granted, most of these players could have just moved over here to hunt him down, but had they gone the other way and he'd have been unaware of it, that was actually a pretty good lineup he had to find some exit frags. But he just gets aggressive anyway and moves in for the kill, and ultimately doesn't grab anything and blows up with the bomb, so that doesn't go very well for him. Now we head into the next round here for Winterfox, where they are going to go for the buy pretty heavily here, including the op now going on to XP3.
Going to have to go small armor as well. Across the board, which is not so bad. Maybe needed against the Galil of Breezy, but the rest of them do have AK-47, so it's okay for them to go for small armor. You do have 3 FAMASs across the board for Winterfox, though, so this is a force buy that has to pay off for this counter-terrorist team. Abe looking for some information early in the round with 2 of his teammates.
What's Abe looking for?
Some information?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On what?
Early in the round?
Yeah.
Against
I
CT.
heard what you almost said. Yeah. All right, so out they come, rolling back inside of the pit. Now XP3 picking up the first one, but 8 gets the clothesline kill onto Lex, able to take him down. Look at Desi, so they haven't realized he's on the porch yet, so he's going to be able to find one. No one else in his direct point of view, just as of yet. There's Desi, actually. Again, more players here from the side of Obey Trifecta trying to keep themselves alive. XP3 can't connect anything. They know he's sitting in that little cubby over there. Still not able to take anyone down as DSR stays alive, but there's Breezy shutting down Desi. The other remaining members of Winterfox, they don't actually think they want to go for this. They're trying to wrap back around now. And there will be
they have no kits too.
Yeah, they have no kits about this, and they've only got a molly and 2 flashes to make this retake happen. So this is going to be very rough if they do decide to go for it. It looked like they wanted to call it off, but they move back in now. Flowsick finding one, no punishment going on to him as of yet, but they're running very, very low on time. They need to get on this bomb right now.
Time.
Breezy's still alive, and again, they haven't even got on that bomb as of yet. There's no time left. They've got to run away. They did kill everyone on Obey, but they're still going to lose the round.
And Flowsick dies from the bomb as well. I mean, that's huge. And look at the amount of smoke that was actually thrown post-plant from the T side. I mean, that's why they had to go all the way around. They smoked out towards Moto's side. They can't really run through. They had a double setup inside the pit as well. They knew for Winterfox's side that was going to happen, so they have to try to find a different angle. But that's a lot of time wasted moving back towards the porch side and not having any kits. I don't know why they did that. If they want to commit to it, just run through and bring the fight to them. But at this point with no kits, you can't play it safe like that.
So Winterfox again, unfortunately, become broken. They have this op, but like without really anything behind it. We're gonna see the upgraded pistols coming into the picture once more, but an op with upgraded pistols like almost never goes the way you want it to. You just have to pray that the T's go directly into the face of that op, and he can punish like 2 or 3 kills before being traded out. But more likely than not, that's not going to happen, and we'll just see Obey run over this round.
Well, they're gonna flash and nade out towards the bedroom side to give a chance for no one to move up towards that staircase and try to clear out the hallway side. And as he clears it, comes back down towards alt mid. So the rest of them are going to try to regroup, commit back towards the B bomb site. But it is, like you said, a pistol buy going in for a Winterfox with only that op being salvaged by XP3. And he's playing that towards the porch side as well. So B's weak so far. Flowstick looking for some information. Spots them right now and he says, oh my god, come help me. So he's falling back inside the fountain. You do have his teammate, which is going to be Anger, inside the garden side. The execution comes through, but once again, they are not connecting their shots. Finally, Flowstick able to do so and damage Ape as well, down to 49. It's going to be the easy plant, though.
XP3 again arrived here way too late. He can't see anything, and that smoke is still definitely a presence. Desi has managed to line himself up around Carr, but as soon as he peeks, not expecting Ape to be that close at all. That's another easy frag for Ape to grab here. Lex trying to take down DSR, but DSR manages to finish off Lex before that can happen. XP3 finding at least one pickup. Now he's got to run as they're hunting him down.
Yep. As soon as they saw that first guy die, which was no one at the new box, you already had that number 4 Ape go back towards banana side, move up towards mid. Now they spawn him inside library as well. He's already inside the site, catches XP3 with a knife in his hands, and that's going to be 14-8. They might be able to pick up the op as well and decide not to, actually, and decide to keep going full rifles on T side for this Terrorist team.
This is looking very rough for Winterfox. This is their last buy right here. This is it. This is what they're going to be able to afford. Trying to actually see, are they even on, they will be on full losing bonus coming up after this round. So probably going to be able to force up again with FAMAS's. Definitely going to be missing some utility more likely than not, but this is their last chance to try and bring this back under their control. Otherwise, they're going to have to deal with map number 3.
And map number 3 will be on Dust 2, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll see what's going to happen if they could hold it back, playing a little bit more passively on porch side. Actually, I guess they had later spawns, as they're going to double up towards porch side and leave actually the balcony open, and that's exactly where they're lurking across for Obey. The execution's already coming through, so it's actually a swift execution and a fast one for the Terrorist team, and Desi's gonna wait for that drop. He's actually in great position with that smoke to spot them close, and he gets 2 kills, drops the bomb carrier, turns around 180, headshot onto DSR, and just like that, no one is the last man standing on a 3 versus 1. Bomb is also down, and what a great hold there by Desi. Again, the advantage of the smokes being thrown by the T side. He takes advantage of it and covers it up himself.
No one has no clue what to do right now. He's looking around. He's trying to make sure he doesn't end up getting just completely overwhelmed back over there through Rapside and whatnot.
Well, I'm sure Winterfox has a clue of what they need to do. Not exactly no one.
I hate that name so much. But he comes in, picks up 1 quick kill on the Desi. Of course, Anger fast enough on the draw, able to trade that out. That does keep Winterfox in this game for now. But still, Obey very, very close indeed to closing it out themselves. And still with plenty of cash to go for another buy here.
Exactly. They're still healthy in terms of their currency, and they could go for a drop. They're going to go for that buy. You could see it right now with AK-47s. And this is going to be do or die for basically Winterfox one more time. They lose this round here, the money's reset again, especially at that point for Obey Trifecta. But Obey Trifecta, if they lose this one, they're going to save, and they're going to narrow the gap down for Winterfox. But the margin for error right now for this counter-terrorist team is very, very narrow. In terms of they can't lose players. They do have the Mag 7 in the hands of Lex. He has to get some kills with it to build up the economy to keep the currency alive for Winterfox.
He's going to be sitting in a fairly predictable spot with that, sitting back over here just outside of the T-steps. Looking to catch Breezy with it now, missing the connection though, so there goes Breezy. He's running away. Now no one's going to be pushing that. And unfortunately, the effect that the Mag 7 could have had as a surprise buy is completely gone, unfortunately.
Went right above his head.
Yep. So just barely missing the shot there, doing a little bit of damage. They also managed to connect a little bit over here on a Slemmy earlier on in the round too, but now that they've been met with a little bit of resistance back over towards the A site, they shift the push closer towards B, where they're now going to attempt to make a quick bid at this one. Flowstick holding behind second Oranges and Anger, right out in the open behind the fountain. So that could be dangerous. They end up losing him very early on in this take. Now they come in, here comes the smoke, good coverage across the site. Flowstick tries to get aggressive about it too. It's only DSR that ends up pushing forward. Slemmy coming in to assist. That's actually a great play right there, because Slemmy goes down and acts as a distraction as DSR is able to find the trade, but Lex also finishing off Breezy from the earlier fight. Ooh. Now Flowstick though, finding 2, looking for the 3rd. He's gonna grab it and almost single-handedly shuts down that entire offensive.
So that's 2 trip kills and 2 players really stepping it up for the team. They lost some players, so at least they salvaged some AK-47s. We will be able to go for a drop as well and possibly go for a full buy. Indeed, they will. So great job for Flowstick on the round before, on the round we just saw. Currently, the frag leader still for WFX at 19 kills, but Desi as well. The round before getting that trip kill. Let's see if anybody else could step up here for Winterfox on a trip kill. Maybe a little bit more because Obey Trifecta or in a full save with P250s.
And already Anger getting the touchdown kill. They were able to take down Breezy. The rest of Trifecta still seems to want to push through with this one, but Flowstick's investigating it. Lining up one, gets half of another one, is blind, so he is going to end up getting traded out there finally by no one. But Anger still in here to party, picking up an additional frag. Now DSR, of course, from Obey, able to take him back down, but at the same time, players are good on catching this, but actually, no, Ape is able to move in. He catches XP3. Again, the trade still remains strong enough, so we're down to a 1 versus 2. DSR has the rifle in hand and could potentially line up a headshot here on the Lex in a moment as he pushes back out, but he will wait for his teammate Desi to get into a better position to push back in there. A little bit of a jiggle peek there just to catch him, and Desi coming back in from CT, catches him on the off angle. Handle that situation very nicely by Winterfox. And of course, plenty of time left to defuse the bomb, putting them up to 11 rounds now.
I think he jiggle peek with a nade in his hands. That's crazy. At least to get the round, but again, they lost 3 players on a full save for Obey Trifecta with P250s. Yes, maybe not a full save, they went for small pistol upgrades, but at the same time, they're at a situation if they lose, they're reset one more time.
That's always the dangerous thing with Winterfox, is that they lose so many players. Like, even on the rounds they win, it doesn't matter like who they're playing. They always end up losing so many players in their CT side of rounds because they try to play like so out in the open and so aggressively. So their economy never really gets to this very strong point, and that's going to become the tipping point if Obey are able to strike back now and pick up their 15th round.
Well, they're trying to get that information with the nades inside Banana, but that smoke prevented them from seeing a little bit more there for the terrorist team. So we're playing in a little bit in the dark still on how they're setting up the defense for Winterfox on the B site. Meanwhile, though, inside the A halls, 2 guys are lurking up. That is going to be No One and Breezy, and also lurking up towards mid. At this point, I think they're going to try to go for that execution and try to maybe get a kill towards port side or arch. But as you can see from this map now, they're actually playing it very passively for Winterfox inside the A-bomb site. And it's going to have to come down to holding it as well as you can for Winterfox's side, because since they're playing it so passively, there's so much room to take control now for Obey Trifecta, no matter where they want to execute.
Starting to creep in now. Not a whole lot of resistance coming up on Rap side, but it has been smoked off by XP3 there, so not going to be very inclined to push through that just as of yet. Now, however, it does fade away, and these guys will be moving into it, but XP3, great timing on the molly, catches them just as they were about to toss out their own nades too. They'll still go through at the push, but XP3 is about this now, and you can see that flash. I'm not actually sure if he caught one of the players going inside of arches either, so that's going to be a loose cannon. DSR is in there, but Winterfox is still handling the rest of this push quite nicely. In fact, no kills going on to anybody from Winterfox so far. Lex just cleaning up shop right now. He's going to be able to grab 3 kills there, and it's just DSR. They definitely did not see him going through arches, so could surprise a little bit, but a 1v5, not likely.
And 10 seconds left on the clock as well. He gets the first headshot onto Anger, but he's still trying to come in inside this library side. I don't think... Oh, he flashes himself too. That's
the icing on the fail cake.
And not only that, the time runs out. So he's bringing a fight against people, trying to stay alive with no time left. That is crazy. You're ballsy. You got 29 kills right now in the server. You're godlike. But man, you flash yourself and you're making it hard mode for yourself to try to save that AK-47. That was insane. But at the end of the day, triple kill this time coming in from Lex. Now we're going to see if Anger or XP3 is going to get a triple kill to tie it up on a 14-14 score. But at this point, no bomb plants either. They went for that forced buy the round before, or full buy the round before for Obey Trifecta. They have nothing but P250s and Tech 9s to work with, except for DSR with the AK that he saved inside library the previous round. And they're just going to go straight out for a banana push.
Nice initial shots coming out there, clearing up both the natural defenders of the B-bomb site. Ape and No One immediately finding those kills. Now the rotation, XP3 arriving quickly enough, but the other 2 still quite a few seconds away from this now. The plant coming in from DSR. Everybody from Obey is in their post-plant position already. This is going to be rough, and they've upgraded 2 of their rifles, and both of these players have armor to work with as well. The nades now coming in. They're trying to connect some shots over here onto the members of Obey. Not really doing all of that much. Winterfox actually probably going to drop this round, but we'll see. The retake coming in. Lex and XP3 distracting two at once, able to bring this back to an even traded scenario. There's Lex with another pickup now. He's able to find Abe. Breezy's trying to hold here, sitting behind second R just right now after no one picked up a kill. Trades left and right as Lex finds another kill, but Breezy takes him down, and then Breezy with a clutch in the final 1v1 with 12 HP left, now puts Obey on match point.
They are not happy about that.
Not at all.
Desi has 10K, could go for a drop, but man, they basically said, XP3, you rush into Banana, you get a triple kill. This time we're just going to dominate you guys as a team. Because not only that, it wasn't really one guy plowing through. They actually went for that shutter flash at the entrance of the Banana to be able to get that first kill inside the sandbags, and then a P250 kill from a teammate moving in. So they set up for a trade as well. They get those 2 kills, easy plant, and they get the post-plant situation. It was close, came down to the wire, but that's definitely not how Winterfox wanted to play that round on the CT side. Against, as well, a pistol buy.
And now, again, they're going to be emptied out to a certain degree here, too. Their money, I mean, we can look at what they bought. They still have the full rifles and whatnot, but we've seen this problem before in that they just can't afford the utility, and DSR finding the first entry. That cannot be a good sign here. Breezy finding yet another one through the smoke, I should mention, too, but Desi still holding off that arch side push over there, so that's going to keep those guys away, but the problem is that Breezy just opened up the actual site itself, so they can move in from porch anyway, and now it's going to be a 3v4 retake to control this map.
You're going to see probably those smokes coming through again. Yeah, it has just been thrown inside the site. They also have 2 mollies to work with to molly up towards that bomb area if they're going to try to go for the defuse, but they're going to use it actually to prevent the rotation from coming through from WFX. It's a 2 versus 2. They're wasting some time right now waiting for that to dissipate, but Ape is flanking it from behind, lights him up, gets the double kill, and map 2 is won by Obey Trifecta. We're moving this to a 3rd map. I don't think anybody predicted this so far.
I did not predict this at all. I honestly thought, again, with even considering Winterfox are going to start off on T side, their T side performance back on Mirage seemed very solid as well, and I thought that they were going to be able to swing it. That didn't necessarily happen. I mean, Obey, they were doing well for most of this match. They start off the first half 10-5. A little bit of trouble as Winterfox were able to bounce their way back into it, almost making that comeback happen. But unfortunately for them, the members of Obey were eventually able to close it out because they got that lead so early on, get up to the 16 rounds they're needed, and take control of this map. And again, like we said before, first thing we want to highlight, DSR starts this map off very, very shaky, but what a turnaround performance.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you saw it from the way he played Mirage when that 1 versus 1. Now he's shaking off that little bit of a jitter there from that LAN performance, basically the first time at a big event at the minor here for the qualifier, and now just stepping it up the way that he was holding towards that B side, getting those pick towards middle. When he had that spawn from the CT side to swing out towards that middle side, he connected every single one of them. He played very well. Another 2 players that played lights out were Breezy and No One on the CT side, holding out that area, and it just seemed to like just overpower as well playing T side against Winterfox, who had no solution on the way they wanted to hold Banana or also try to hold towards that porch side, or should I say the archway side, sorry. So unfortunately for them, we're going to go for a 3rd map. So good thing for Obey Trifecta. This is going to be the do or die map for both of these teams. But before we get into that, let's break down this 2nd map with the desk with Sir Scoots, Moses, and Richard Lewis.
Thank you, Vansily.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there.
I don't know where he was going with that.
It was like he was holding in a bong here or something.
We've been too nice to him today. Okay, so they've traded map choices, and now we're all evened up. We were watching that map, and we were like,
I mean,
Moses,
Vitzilli called it. Vitzilli called it a breakdown. That was a meltdown. That's unreal, what just occurred.
Yeah.
Even like it's like they just traded places on the first map, Mirage, which is also CT sided. You know, win their terrorist side, and then they just melt down on their CT. And this time, Winterfox, good terrorist side, get on their CT, and just.
Yeah, I mean,
Are you speechless?
Yeah, I am actually. I'm very speechless.
No, I mean, let's be real. Like, I thought Obey Trifecta on the T side. I thought they really punched above their weight. There was some real nice sort of synergy in their execute, which was a complete contrast to how they were doing. A complete contrast to how they were playing on the CT side, which is it seemed to be a little bit disjointed. But actually, we were talking about how, like, you know, when you've got this pugging style and how coordination can be quite hard, there was like some super nice flanks coming in. You know, they seemed to really have a good positional understanding of what was going on. Their takes on the sides were real polished. So, you know, they deserved to win that map. I mean, it was close. Winterfox probably threw away, I can think of like maybe a couple of rounds where it was just like, again, the old classic, right? We're 1v3. Let's all do these ridiculous no respect peaks and get wrecked. But I mean, you can't take it away from Obey Trifecta. They deserve to win that map.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, that half buy at the end. I mean, you're rolling as CT and you lose to a Tech 9 armor buy, and that's just crushing.
Yeah, and that's been a constant recurring thing with Winterfox, right?
Yeah, even I told him, even with the Optic Gaming match, they lost 2 ecos in that second half, and that's kind of what blew it for him. And here again, lose an eco, get crushed.
Yeah, and it seems like, again, even tier 1 guys like forget their game sense once in a while, and they'll do something crazy that they even know they should never do. And like T-side, Dazed, has perfect opportunity. He can absolutely plant. He's got 5-8 seconds left. He decides to chase kills instead. Right?
Anger?
What's that? I'm sorry, I said Dazed. Sorry, Dazed. I love you. Wish you were here. Anger.
Right? It's like,
he's losing it, dude.
Sorry. I was
Gotta get him back to the home
Anger,
bite.
right? Anger in the B side, right? Like he chases that
Yeah.
kill, then doesn't have a time to plant, but he can at least plant, get the money. Maybe he still
For the
loses
team-
that
for the
battle.
team benefit, yeah.
Yeah, and again.
Seen
Not
that a lot,
always
though.
tier 2
Seen that a
teams
lot.
do this. I'm not trying to say it's just North America. You do see high-level pros make these same kind of chase mistakes, but you do a few of those in a game and lose it, you're going to potentially lose that map, and that absolutely did not help them.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think, and you might agree with me on this. I think, look, I've known Anger a long time. Like, Todd's a really cool guy, great guy in Source. Was like a real raw aim fragger. But like, I don't know, he seemed to be he's been since he's joined Winterfox. He's been like a little bit absent-minded, a little bit sloppy and stuff. And that was actually an exemplary sort of example of what he what he does at times. And like you say, you're gonna go chase the kills, right?
Yeah.
But like, all you gotta do, just take the hit. Plant the bomb. Yeah, you're going to die. You're not going to win the round. You're not going to have this flashy clutch, but your team's going to have its economy rolling. That's what Winterfox struggled all game. Like on that CT side especially, they just couldn't get their economy going, being forced into these stupid buys. It's just, you got to think smart. You got to play smart and play for the team. And I still think Winterfox is a little bit too disjointed and jumbled and all over the place.
Is this a team that maybe would absolutely benefit from a true 6-man? To maybe take some of the thought process out and the prep process out?
I know, man, because it's not necessarily the in-game leadership's the problem. I mean, me and Moses were talking about this. I said, okay, let's imagine you've had another hard night at the poker tables like you did out in Vegas, right, when you were just getting wrecked, right? And you inherited Winterfox.
You don't gamble, I know.
Yeah,
straight
thank
edge.
you.
Straight
you.
Yeah. And
Don't gamble.
other lies. Okay, so you win Winterfox in this game of poker, and you're like, right, now I got to fix it. And I said to him, how would you fix it, right? Well, Lex ain't the problem. The in-game leadership wasn't.
No.
Yeah, that's
the
not
thing
the
too,
issue.
Well, I mean, not just like the calling, but like an overall like Counter-Strike head to like help them mold themselves and maybe stop some of these unfortunately silly mistakes.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean, okay, you can put a coach behind him. Let's get the best brain in the business. Let's bring, since you had your senior moment and you brought Daze to the party,
Hey,
let's get Daze
I wanted
back.
to bring Daze to a major one way or another, all right?
Right. And
The only way I could steel myself to do it.
Let's put the know-it-all behind them, right? You
Sharp
can't
as
make
a-
Todd not be Anger absent-minded and make those mistakes.
Yeah.
You can't tell Desi to sit still and not make these ridiculous pushes. That's now endemic and entrenched into their
Sure.
game. They're never going to get rid of it, no matter how much you coach them, no matter how much you train them. That is just their character flaws. What you have to do is try and work around it or come up with a system where their flaws, their quirks, become part of the overall tactic. I think you can do that for one player. I do not think you can do it for two.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We have to get to the point where these smart plays are just second nature to these guys, and that's where it comes down to the practice habits, which we've always talked about. North America is a big issue. You have to practice every day like you're in the finals of a major. Like, you make the smart play at all times until that just is drilled into your head as the right thing to do in every situation.
Yeah, muscle memory takes over eventually, right?
And if your muscle memory is telling you to just always peek, always go for a kill, I mean, we're going to see the results.
Yeah.
It's funny we bring up Daze, actually. We talked about this, me and Launders, earlier. I remember there was a video that he made where he called out Shazam for doing all these stupid re-peeks. Yeah. And even though I'm sure Shazam would never admit it, he must have seen that video, and it definitely helped him. He's a better player. He's not going for those stupid peeks anymore. I think a lot of players can sometimes benefit from being, like, crucified about the mistakes they make, so they're so conscious about them, they don't make them moving forward. And this is the problem with Winterfox. We're seeing the same old mistakes. There is no evolution. There is no development. I don't know how you fix the problem at this point.
You know what I wonder? I wonder just in general, like how many teams, like obviously teams do demo reviews of who they're going to play next when they know tournament-wise, but I wonder how many like truly would do like sports teams and they go look at the tape on Monday and Tuesday of their process and what they did wrong, not prepping for the next tournament, really like breaking down the good and the bad of our maps. And I wonder, not just North American teams, but I wonder who does that.
Yep.
We're
asking you, Moses.
I mean,
It's a real question.
No, when I was on a team, I tried to get that. I tried to do that. Try to do things like that. And I've always said, I've had teams talk to me about coaching, and I'm always just saying, if I'm ever even going to do it, the first thing I do is say, every day before practice for like the first month that I'm on the team, we're watching a demo before even joining a server. We're watching a demo as a team. You know, you go over a map, you dry run some things. You know, you spend 2 hours doing a demo, dry running throughout the day. You know, this is not your full-time job. So, you know, you're not doing anything during the day anymore. So maybe you do, you know, maybe it's like a little 2-a-days. You get them in the morning, do some film, do some studying, do some dry runs, come back later in the evening, get some scrims in.
Here's what I was used to do, right? So when I had my teams, what we used to do is we would put together a video of like whatever tactic it was, whatever map we were going to hammer, whatever we needed to do, and they wouldn't get a complete tactical overhaul, right? They wouldn't need to know what everyone else was doing on the team. We just make a video for each player individually, and you go and you watch that video. This is what you do. In this situation, you play this way. This is when you dispense this flash. And it's just like a little 8-minute sort of digest. It's basically like when you're in a play, you only learn someone else's lines if you're the understudy, right? Learn yours, you know your cues, you come in, and you do your thing, right?
Because one thing that I noticed was the exact opposite. Like in my EG days, StarCraft, right? The minute those guys lose, they queue up the replay because they obviously it's fog of war and all that. They can't see the other side. They instantly start looking at why they lost.
If they missed something.
Yeah, what they missed. Did they miss a scout? Did they miss a second base? And instantly, while they're waiting to play the next map, they're often looking at what just happened.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to happen in this game. And again, no one wants to look at crap that you lost and maybe got embarrassed and got beat up on. You don't want to go rehash.
That's the stuff you need to look
at. But that's what you learn. You know, you go, oh, I did mess that up. They were right. Let's try not to do that again. Anyway, no one's out of it yet. One more map, but it's coming down to Dust 2,
which is like
the North American map of all North American.
Yeah, and the perennial upset map as well. Like you always see.
Yep. It's wide open. It really is.
It's wide open. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will bring you that last map, do a little chat about Dust 2, and then we're going to see who goes on our last team to get into the final bracket for tomorrow.
Join us on April 1st through the 3rd at the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. Watch the best teams in Counter-Strike Global Offensive go head-to-head for a guaranteed prize pool of $250,000.
He could be able to get this. Got the ace clutch! Shazam!
Teams like Fnatic, Envious, Virtus Pro, and many more will be there. Be sure to check out the VIP package for the ultimate esports experience. Buy your tickets now at mlg.tv/csmajor.